Welcome back, everyone. My trip to the Nether was fairly productive. As you can see, I now have the hammer, which can mine quite quickly through stone in a 3x3 pattern. This is without any specific upgrades to its speed, which will further and vastly improve its capabilities. For that, though, I'll need quite a lot of redstone, which I just don't really have large quantities of right now. Between that and the excavator, I'll have pretty good ability to take out a lot of the terrain that is down below. I'm still working on getting enough blue slime to make my axe. I also got a lot of other interesting things. First of all, I learned that the Diamond Zane is fully capable of mining cobalt. So, actually, that might have happened on camera. Apologies if it did. But yes, I got ardite, quite a bit of cobalt. When combined, they make manulin. Manulin. Yeah, I think it was right. And I used that to make sharp stabby death. If you watched last season, my test pack Please Ignore season, you might remember sharp stabby death as my weapon of choice. But in the future, when I get a chance to put a lot of quartz on it, for the time being, my Eldritch Blade is going to do, because it deals a lot more damage per hit. So, the other things that I got while I was in the Nether are a lot of these metallurgy ores. Most of them, I've been looking, are just used to make standard armor and weapons and tools. Some of the weapons, some of the swords they're used to make have special effects, like they can poison the enemy, which is kind of neat. But yeah, at least one of them can make shadow steel, which is used in some machines, and another one could alloy with something else. I don't know. Maybe we'll look into them once we have a little bit more automation in our ore processing. I really didn't feel like bringing them through the alloy smelter and the pulverizer. It just seemed like it would take forever. Speaking of which, all last episode I was thinking, worrying, complaining about the utter lack of any order in the chests here in the base. Our temporary base, our floating house for the time being, but still, I think it is long past time we came up with a way to sort these. And luckily, we have in the pack a mod called Refined Relocation. Now, Refined Relocation can do a number of things, and I'm not even completely sure what all of them are. The information on the information on the mod is not, I don't know, the best. I couldn't find a ton of very detailed information on everything it could do. But one thing I do know it can do, here we go, uses something called a sorting interface. And using that, we are going to vastly improve the state of things. But first, we're going to need a sorting interface adjacent to each of our chests. And well, my goodness, excuse me. That was a yawn I did not manage to stifle. But yeah. In the way things currently are, I could theoretically get one of those sorting interfaces next to each of these chests or under them. But this place is cramped. I don't really want to have this be the state of things any longer. I think what we are going to do is give up on the aesthetics of it for the time being, with the knowledge that we will recover them in the future. And for now, what I would like to do is remake this whole thing, because it has been really bothering me how ugly it is. And considering it's still going to take a little while to get our permanent stationary base made, I think it's going to be worthwhile, even just for my own sanity, to remake this base. Okay, and to do that, I'm just going to collect these things, and we'll build off of that chest because it's really the only thing that I cannot easily pick up. Cool. And of course, all the chests containing my stuff fall, because what else are they going to do? I also moved my bed to a stationary area because, as I mentioned last episode, I do not want to end up... Ooh. Good to know. Wrenches destroy beds. I do not want to end up back at world spawn if I die. That would be just really unfortunate. Okay, here we go. Now, get the rest of this up. Now, what I'm thinking, I can always get more wool, which is wool and string are the only ingredients in the balloons. And the balloons are what theoretically allow the ship to move. But because of that, they're actually almost ancillary. I can just get more later. Let's put some of this stuff away. Okay. Cool. So now we have a little bit more room. But yes, so what I'm thinking is that it might make more sense to build with another block. Those white balloons under my feet, just... just didn't work for me. Okay, so I'm going to figure out exactly what block I want to build out of, and I'll be right back. Probably I'll make a basic layout, and then once I've done that, I'll come back and I can show you how I'm going to lay out the machines and then how we're going to set out the sort of sorting system. Okay, see you then. Airships aren't cool. You know what are? Caves. Yeah, I know. I talked big. I said I was going to make an airship. Someday I think we will. But for right now, for setting up a dig, I realized it just wasn't worth the effort. Plus, I was getting super annoyed at always being up here in the clouds when I was working in the smeltery. So, I dig out a little cave right here. Easy enough to get to, but, you know, has a nice view. Not going to get in the way of my dig, which is down there. And yeah, set everything up in here. Okay, so all of this is familiar to you. What I want to do, though, is set up the sorting system. So to do that, I think we're going to need to dig out behind each of these chests. I made a new one, so now we have 5. And what we have to do is place a sorting interface behind each one. And then I believe we shift right-click. No, just right-click. Shift left-click. Interesting. We do have to click on this somehow in order to show it which side it needs to connect on. Okay, let's see for just a second. Does Refined Relocation, has something called a linker. Okay, first I'm going to try with a wrench. Okay, first let's try with a simpler scenario. Oh, there we go. Okay, we right-click with a wrench until they are all connected on this side, which they now are. Okay, and we can also do something like this, where we add a sorting importer. The sorting importer is kind of neat because it allows us potentially to use the OR dictionary to convert among different types of the same item. Okay, So let's see how this works now. I'm going to set up the last piece, just an Ender IO item conduit there, because I'm going to want to... Okay, I'll figure that out in a moment. First thing we're going to do is sort these chests. So the first chest is going to get ingots, ores, and has a white list. Dusts, gems, plates, purified and crushed ores. This is like metals of all sorts, I'm thinking. Metals and... we'll do fuel too. Redstone. Cool. This next one is going to get logs, planks, plants, building and decoration blocks. And this one will get food, dyes, transportation, miscellaneous, foodstuffs, tools, combat. Well, okay, wait. I don't know. We'll see what that does. And then these last two are going to have going to have empty blacklists, with that last chest having a low priority. So I assume it will be the last one to actually get any items. Okay, cool. So what we should be able to do then is begin sorting our things. Okay, and the other thing that I'm going to want to do is set defaults for things that are or dictionaried. Just in case. So that's another capability of this system, is that it'll allow us, because we have the sorting... that probably ended up down here. No, down here because there was no room there. Okay. If I right-click on this with anything, it gets sorted. Okay. But what it allows us to do is use the OR dictionary to automatically convert between different types of the same item. So you might have noticed that we have two types of tin right now if we look in our bag. So we have tin here and tin here. So if I were to take both of these out, and first thing, let's just look. Our chest is full. I think they're all full except the last one, so that's where these are going to end up. If I right-click with that, it gets sorted somewhere. Well, some of the tin ended up there. Oh, probably it filled up this stack. Okay. Well, anyway. It sorts it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but how are we going to do this? You know, actually get all those chests sorted? Well, what I'm going to do there is place things into this diamond chest and then get them pumped into the sorting system. So, what I'm going to do is just kind of manually go down this series of chests, put everything in my inventory, put it in the diamond chest to have it sorted. Well, okay, so I'm going to have this on all the time. Let's just give an example. I'm going to take a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to put it into this chest. And eventually, assuming it has a place to go, it should end up sorted in the sorting system. Okay, so I'm going to spend some time sorting that, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I have everything set up. I ended up making another diamond chest, and it's mostly doing what I wanted to. I've made a few other changes as well. I set this guy up because this was full of water, and it was mixing lava and water to make obsidian. It's a poor man's igneous extruder. This chest should be ticking these white stones as if they were in my inventory, which I'm hoping means if there's a full moon, it will charge them. And this adjustable chest is slowly filling with cobblestone, because I decided it would be useful to have more cobble. What else have I done? I've also added some chests to the sides of these Ender IO devices, which is going to allow them to... I have them set to input and output from those chests. So it'll take anything it can to smelt, in this case copper, and once it gets the power to do so, it will smelt it. As you can see, this is already getting us quite a few ingots of all the materials we had in ore form just sitting around waiting to be converted. I've also dug a well-lit mine shaft all the way down to bedrock with my hammer. But at the moment, I am being visited by MJ Creeper, who comes from spawn with the promise of helping me set up an enhanced portal that will bring me all the way there. So, to do that, we are going to need to make some portal frames. So we will need quartz and stone. We'll probably need diamonds, and won't hurt to bring out a couple of other commonly used things. So, first thing we will need is a quartz block. And we go like this. No, we don't. There. Get a portal frame. Now, if I am correct, we'll need probably 2, 4, 6 of these at the very least, probably 10. So let's just grab a few more. And MJ Creeper's actually down in the mine. He's been grabbing more diamonds because we are going to need some. So what we're going to need: blocks of iron, good to know. How many does it need? Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also going to completely clean me out of ender pearls, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I believe that'll be enough to make a dimensional bridge stabilizer. 2 by 3 by 2. Yeah, so 12 should be enough. Oof. Oh. Kills me. I'm gonna need more ender pearls. Speaking of which, let's find our seeds for ender lilies. They should definitely be... Oh, here they are. We have a lot of ender lily seeds. So we can actually afford to use ender pearls. Let's see, this is going to be slightly more than 5 by 5. Oh, nobody wants to be up here if they don't have to be, so let's go down here and plant it. We will have a lovely field of ender lilies, which will get us more ender pearls, which is good because we are going to use up our ender pearls quite quickly. Okay. Cool. So we've got a dimensional bridge stabilizer. Okay. Now, portal controller. And we will need a dialing device, which requires a network interface. Ooh. Really is going to clean me out of every last ender pearl. Okay, so I think that might be everything. Okay, so MJ Creeper's on his way back. Let's see about making this portal. For now, let's just pick a spot, right? Okay, I want a dialing device here. And there. Now, if we okay, touching. So, I have no idea how this works. Hopefully, MJ can help. Okay, time for my secret plan for small amounts of power. I know, highly intriguing that anyone would have a secret power plan, but here's what we're going to do. One, two, three. Then we can not make that because we don't have wood. Damn it. Okay. We need saplings for that, which are in this chest. Okay. And we need bones, which are probably bone meal. Excellent. And we'll need the lumber axe. Okay, let's do this. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's too expensive, so here is the barely any power. Redstone interface. There. Okay, there's something to do, I think, with a network card. Okay, so it's not the button. Whoa. I really hope that portal works two ways. Darn it. Darn it, darn it. Portal doesn't seem to work two ways. At least not yet. Okay. Guess I'm gonna travel a while to get back to the base. Actually, I'm going to do it through the Nether, which should theoretically be faster. I will see you all. Oh goodness, we are well past the wrapping up point, so actually, I will do that between episodes. I'll see you next episode, where we will do more stuff. Thanks for watching.